I hear your blood, temple by temple, heat and cellular, noisy physiology, synapse clarity. Behind eyes you see visuals of this momentary shift to establishing venal thoroughfares. The work. The work is an ongoing meditation on the interpretation of landscape and architecture as they exist symbiotically. Gombrich commented that the landscape painter sees what he paints rather than paints what he sees. The work also investigates the liminal. I am interested in the inherent poetry of structure, light and visual shift. The landscape is not plain air, but a construct of memory. Beyond our preoccupation, a brown bird, injured, rain-slapped pain, always fluttering in my shell-like, interior pitch, end to end, acknowledge another that way, a ghost of perception, night blankets a whisper, sweet sleep answers, soundlessly. I was thinking about a work on paper which is loosely related to the concept of discarded gods. The concept came about after picking up a small wooden statue of crying Buddha. For some reason, I'm extremely drawn to this sculpture. This particular Buddha signifies that life is as much about pain and suffering as joy and happiness. I drew the image of the Buddha in white chalk outline over the top of an existing ink and watercolour piece, which had an orange wash background. Unfortunately, orange doesn't work for me at all. Maybe the issue is that this particular orange is weak. Above the crying Buddha, a golden orb rests on a rope threatening to crush the already anguished figure. The juxtaposition of these two elements creates a certain amount of tension in the composition. For some reason, this picture is gaining ground on me emotionally. My eyes are compelled to seek it out whenever I walk in the room where the work rests. Above the curly tree upon the wheaten hill, the eagles play in the thermals. The charcoal trunk etches itself against an all too pretty blue wedge of sky. Kindling collected, wood chopped, A bird's mad flapping trapped itself between leaning windows, rescued. Down on the flat, Colin weaves between the cans, collecting stones, draw images captured on drive up yesterday. Not to dwell on previous evening, and in this place I am replenished and let the walls go. Mark Rothko speaking at Milton Avery's funeral. His is a poetry of sheer loveliness, of sheer beauty, someone born to sing. Milton Avery mapping the regions between subjective feeling and empirical observation. Horizon lightens, easy bodies to be with, happy in this place, your voice inside me. Submergence is difficult. Veils drop like brief storms. Corners lose edges. We form shapes in the dark. I'll watch you sleep and read your breath. Letters between Milton Avery, Mark Rothko and me. Our letters talk about how to read the landscape, how to see through the complexity, and how, in small measures, to feel its forms, thoughts, and design. How to bend and play with the macro-micro hues, how to let it become something about feeling, decoding the visual and letting it fall off the tongue, dismiss gravity and lick the eyes. Anais Nin said, "We do not grow absolutely, chronologically. We grow sometimes in one dimension and not in another. Unevenly, we grow partially. We are relative. We are mature in one realm, childish in another. The past, present, and future mingle and pull us backward, forward, or fix us in the present." Night. Domed night sky, constellations cluster, perspective exaggerates, stretching down to sleeping whales. Textured ground coming up, naked to the falling dark, stillness treasured, glad to loiter here. Sky lay crisp, no moon to speak of, concave ink splash back, random neon scatter. No obsessive whimsy here. Appreciative wink skywards, back inside now. Star-tangled lovers sleep. It was early in the morning when the shards began to fall, left standing in the clearing, devoid of any sense of realistic thought or familiar surrounds. You stand on the hill that was. The debris of a fallen world lies about your feet. Your feet are standing on an abyss of sorts. A perfect meditation, nothing in your way. So this is how it panned out, something akin to smashing glasses for the hell of it.